My name's Glenn. Good afternoon. This is Sneaker Pimps.
WHTG Eatontown, modern rock at the Jersey Shore.
Greetings, y'all, and good afternoon. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to be discussing another one of my music influences, things that had a big impact on what I was listening to and what I became a fan of as far as music goes. Radio stations. We all grow up listening to the radio station. It's probably the most influential thing in our lives to introduce us to music. For me, it was no different. I mean, I can still remember being a kid and listening to Carol Miller on WNEW out of New York every night as she got the lead out. But as I got a little bit older and my tastes kind of veered away from top 40 and classic rock, I discovered what would become the most influential radio station in my life. FM106.3, WHTG, modern rock at the Jersey Shore. That was their slogan. They were kind of like a college rock station, essentially. They played a lot of alternative and punk music. I mean, they were playing all the stuff that those big stations in New York weren't playing. And unlike those big stations in New York who broadcast from like the top of the Empire State Building, HTG operated out of this like house in suburban Eatontown. I mean, it was just the coolest station, and all the DJs became as familiar to us as the bands that they were playing. Loretta Windus, Jeff Raspy, Mike Marone, Rich Robinson, Michelle Amabile, Mike Sauter, Rob Akampora, and of course, the mighty Matty P, Matt Pinfield. Some of you may be familiar with him. He left 106.3 and went on to be a host on MTV and later an A&R guy. And then my little greeting at the top of the video, good afternoon. That was Clay, who did the daily surf report for Ocean Hut. And even if you weren't a surfer, you all knew Clay and you knew his daily updates on the state of the waves. It was just such a cool station. And you could go and everybody had these stickers, and if you didn't have the sticker on your car, man, you just were not cool. This station introduced me to so many bands that I just instantly became a fan of. And I don't know, had I not heard them on 106.3 or discovered 106.3, I don't know. Some of these bands I'm sure I would have discovered sooner or later, but some of them maybe not. Got Husker Du, Violent Femmes, Material Issue, Living Color. First heard them on 106.3. The Wonder Stuff. Social D. First heard them on 106.3 as well. Tuesday Blue. Really good band. Kind of underrated, unknown. Whirling Dervishes. Indio. Really like that band. Some more that I'm sure you're familiar with. The Replacements. The Hoodoo Gurus. Smithereens, the Sidewinders, and this was the big one, Dramarama. These guys I discovered on 106.3, became a huge fan. They were kind of like our band almost, you know. They were from northern New Jersey, but by that time I had heard them, they probably had already moved to Los Angeles. But they still would come and play local shows all the time. Matty P would jump up on stage, usually during the encore, and sing with them. But just such a cool station. I mean, I even remember like being in my friend Sean's basement. We'd hang out there and always had 106.3 on. And I remember one time we wanted to hear this tune by Dash Rip Rock, Hot Rod Lincoln. And I remember calling the station and being like, hey, can you guys play, you know, Hot Rod Lincoln by Dash Rip Rock? And they were like, oh, we'll try to get it on later. And I was like, come on, man, I know you can play it right now. And sure enough, the next song they played, Hot Rod Lincoln. It was just such an awesome station. And then in 2000, the station got sold and it became G106.3. And G106.3, you know, they had kept a similar format. They were still playing like modern rock, but something just kind of had changed a little bit. It just didn't feel like, our FM1063. Just something was a little different. It had a little bit more of a commercial vibe to it, it felt like. And that lasted for a few summers. Then I think it changed formats a couple more times. I think now it's like a country rock station or something like that. Some of the DJs left 106.3 and went to work for another pretty good radio station in the area, 90.5. But it just wasn't the same. We missed our FM 106.3. It was gone. There's a Facebook group that posts a lot of memories and stuff about the station, and also recently someone made like a little documentary on YouTube about the station. I'll put a link down below to that. And also my friend Gary wrote a really good article about the station and an old club that kind of helped popularize the station called the Green Parrot. That's online. I'll put a link in the comments below if you want to check that out. But yeah, like I said, FM 106.3, anybody in this area, we all still have fond memories of it. Every now and then you'll see a car out driving around and you'll see the sticker on the back and you'll be like, right on, man. But yeah, it's really cool. But tell me about your FM 106.3. What was that station that you listened to growing up that just had such a huge impact on the music that you listened to and kind of opened your eyes and ears to like this whole other kind of world of music that you were not familiar with before? Otherwise, thank you for tuning in, and we shall see you the next time. Later on, y'all.